In the late 13th century, the world was witnessing the unstoppable expansion of the Mongol Empire. Led initially by Genghis Khan and later by his successors, the Mongols carved a vast swathe across Asia, transforming the political landscape with unprecedented speed and ferocity. Their conquest streak extended from Central Asia, across the steppes, into Persia, China, and beyond, striking fear into the hearts of kingdoms everywhere. India, with its sprawling Delhi Sultanate and numerous regional kingdoms, found itself directly in the path of these formidable horsemen. Despite their reputation for brutality and strategic brilliance, the Mongols faced a resilient Indian defense, especially during the reign of Alauddin Khalji, whose reforms and military acumen turned the tide in crucial battles such as Kili in 1299. This episode remains a key chapter in medieval Indian history, highlighting how strategic military preparedness and leadership can withstand even the most overwhelming invaders. The political and military context in India. By 1299, the Delhi Sultanate under Alauddin Khalji was at a pivotal point. Having seized power after assassinating his predecessor Jalaluddin Khalji in 1296, Alauddin was determined not only to rule but to fortify his realm against external threats. The Mongol threat, particularly the assaults launched from the Chagatai Khanate, one of the major divisions of the Mongol Empire, had already shown its capacity for destruction in India. The Mongol forces, commanded by Kutluk Khwaja, were considered among the most skilled and deadly horsemen of their time. Detailed historical accounts suggest that they amassed a force close to 200,000 troops, a formidable army intended to subdue not just isolated territories, but the entire Indian subcontinent. This invasion was part of the larger Mongol strategy to extend their reach into South Asia, driven by ambitions to control rich trade routes and strategic corridors. In response, Alauddin Khalji's administration undertook extensive reforms, bolstering the army, increasing the effectiveness of defenses, and establishing intelligence networks. Raising a large, disciplined, and highly mobile army was no small feat, especially considering the logistical challenges of medieval warfare. His leadership, combined with the military reforms, was instrumental in preparing the Sultanate for the incoming Mongol invasion. The setting of the battle. Kili, 1299. The battlefield at Kili was situated just outside Delhi, near the strategic gates leading into the city. As the Mongol forces under Kutluk Khwaja advanced towards Delhi, the Sultan declared a harsh but strategic stance: defend the city at all costs. The Mongol army, described by some sources as an uncanny force of archers and cavalry, was relentless in its pursuit of conquest. The Delhi Sultan's commanders, including Zafar Khan and Ulugh Khan, two of Khalji's most trusted generals, prepared for the confrontation. The armies faced each other across an open plain. The Mongols encamped first, their banners fluttering, mounted warriors ready for rapid strike. The Indian forces, entrenched in their fortifications and armed with a mix of infantry, cavalry, and war elephants, prepared for a brutal engagement. The course of the battle. The Battle of Kili in 1299 was marked by strategic maneuvers and fierce combat. The Mongols, led by Kutluk Khwaja, aimed to envelop the Indian forces with their famed horse archers, trying to outflank the slow-moving but heavily armed Indian army. The battle commenced with a series of charges by the Mongol horsemen, who devoured the battlefield with their swift raids, arrows raining down upon the Indian lines. The Indian army, under Alauddin's orders, responded with disciplined archery, deploying war elephants to disrupt Mongol cavalry charges and forming strong defensive positions. A pivotal moment emerged when Zafar Khan, leading the right flank of the Sultanate's army, launched a bold, almost reckless cavalry charge directly into the Mongol front. According to historical narratives, this daring move was inspired by the belief that only decisive action could turn the tide, either to break the Mongol lines or to lure them into a trap. Zafar Khan's charge succeeded in momentarily disorganizing the Mongol left wing, causing hesitation among the invaders. However, the Mongols, famed for their adaptability, quickly regrouped. Their archers, skilled in hit-and-run tactics, inflicted heavy casualties on the Indian forces, especially targeting the disorganized sections of the army after Zafar Khan's attack. In the chaos, Zafar Khan himself was slain. His death, while a blow to the Indian side, emboldened the Mongols momentarily, who believed victory was within reach. Yet the overall Indian strategy, centered around resilience and the use of war elephants, held firm. As night fell, the Mongol forces, suffering heavy losses and realizing they faced a well-disciplined and prepared enemy, decided to retreat. Their retreat was a significant defeat, not just tactically but psychologically, as it demonstrated that even the mightiest Mongol armies could be repelled through strategic unity and strong leadership. The aftermath and significance. The aftermath of the Battle of Kili marked a turning point in Mongol invasions of India. Despite their enormous numerical superiority and tactical brilliance, the Mongols failed to breach Delhi's defenses. The victory reinforced Alauddin Khalji's reputation as a formidable ruler and military strategist. This battle was not merely a defensive victory. It reshaped the Mongol strategy in the region. Following Kili, the Mongols launched several more incursions, but none achieved the decisive victory they craved. They were repeatedly forced into retreat by a combination of military reforms, diplomatic efforts, and fierce Indian resilience. Furthermore, the battle underscored the importance of leadership. Zafar Khan's daring charge, while costly, exemplified the boldness that could influence the course of history. Alauddin's cautious yet strategic approach ensured that power remained centralized, and his reinforcements fortified India's defenses for generations. The legacy of the battle. The Battle of Kili remains a critical case study in medieval warfare, demonstrating how strategic innovation and leadership can counter overwhelming odds. It also reflects the resilience of Indian rulers who, despite facing an unparalleled invasion force, managed to defend their land through discipline, tactical ingenuity, and bravery. Historians credit the Indian victory at Kili with setting a precedent for later resistance against Mongol invasions and even other foreign invasions. It highlights that military might alone cannot determine victory. Leadership, strategy, and unity are equally vital. Conclusion: a pivotal moment in Indian history. The Mongol invasion of India and the Battle of Kili in 1299 exemplify how a determined and well-led defense can withstand even the most formidable enemies. Though the Mongols, with their legendary mounted archers and extensive armies, appeared invincible, the resilience and strategic acumen of Alauddin Khalji's forces proved otherwise. This battle-less outcome affirmed India's ability to defend its sovereignty in the face of one of history's greatest military threats.